I tell you what. You said I'm allowed to talk about anything, right?
You can.
This radio station is the most Toryist radio station I've ever heard in my life.
We just had Barry Gardner on for 45
I am a
minutes.
Labour supporter, right? I've been a Labour supporter all my life, and all I get on this radio station is, Jeremy Corbyn, he's going to ruin the country, he's going to ruin the country. Boris Johnson lied through his back teeth. I watched that interview this morning, and I tell you what it is. Ian, when you go home, you listen to that.
I'm going to watch it. I am going to watch it.
You listen to that interview, mate, and I tell you what, he's the biggest liar on 2 feet, right, that Boris Johnson made. He is an absolute disgrace to this country. And if we put him back into power, God help this country, mind. God help this country.
Now, Sean,
I am sick to the back teeth of all these Tory idiots that turn around and say, Tories are going to do fantastic for this country. They are an absolute disgrace, these Tories. And they always have been. They don't give a damn about the North East. They don't give a damn about what happens up here. All they're bothered about is, I was mayor for London. I was mayor for London. I done well for London. He's done nothing for the North East. The Tories have done nothing for the North East. And never will do. They're an absolute shambles.
Can I get a word in?
Sorry, mate. I
can tell you.
I better get that off.
I can tell you feel very passionately. But
Ian, mate, I'm absolutely sick. All you get is we've got to get Brexit done, man. Brexit is ruining this country, man.
But
it's ruining this country.
If you were watching Boris Johnson and Andrew Marr, you won't have heard the fact that I spent 45 minutes in the company of Labour's Barry Gardner at the beginning of the programme. So I'm not quite sure.
Did he lie?
No.
Did he lie?
Well, I mean, people can judge for themselves whether he was... actually, I thought he was very honest in a lot of what he said because
Thank you very much. He was.
He did.
I listened to it.
Excellent. Well, how can you accuse us of not giving Labour a fair chance when we had him on for 45 minutes?
You get these callers on that come on and rip Jeremy Corbyn to bits, right?
Are we supposed to censor them?
It's like the Tory party, right? You've got to give them a chance. Right?
I'm giving you a chance.
Give Labour a chance.
I'm giving you a chance.
No, I'm saying you've got to give Labour a chance.
Well, let me let you into, well, it's not a little secret because I've written about it, but last week, on Tuesday evening, we were supposed to have spent an hour...
For shouting.
No, don't worry. Look, I enjoy your calls, Sean. I always do. We were supposed to have had Emily Thornberry on for an hour last Tuesday evening because we do these long-form interviews, which very few other people in the media do, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we book people in advance to make sure that there's no last-minute hitches. But she was pulled by the Labour Party on Sunday. They promised to provide somebody else, and they didn't. So we couldn't interview a Labour politician, even though we had it in the schedule. Now, I take issues of balance seriously in an election campaign, partly because legally we have to provide the same amount of coverage to the Labour Party as we provide for the Conservative Party. But if that party... I mean, I could tell you the traumas that we went through getting Barry Gardner on this morning, and he was very good, and I'm really grateful to him for coming on. But it's like getting blood out of a stone, Sean, sometimes.
But at the end of the day, Ian, I listened to that interview this morning, right? He lied through his back teeth about saying, I'm going to build 40 hospitals, right? At the beginning, it was 6 revamps and 40 hospitals. Now it's 40 hospitals and 20 revamps. You cannot trust the bloke, like. The man is going off it, like. Yeah. I'm going off it. I wish I was a Labour Party. I would get into power straight away, maybe. But I tell you what it is. I am sick to the back teeth of these Tory people that have been, like, they sit down and they get... They're absolutely... I'm sorry, but they're all half-wits, like. Tory voters are all half-wits.
Oh, come on.
And always will be.
Come on.
They are, man.
You can't call... You can't call 14 million people half-wits.
The Tories ruined the North East. They knew that they ruined the North East. I've never forgiven them what they did to me when I left school when I was in 1981, where they put us on £1 an hour. I've never forgot them days. Right? They had me cleaning sewers for £1 an hour. That's what Tories did for you in the 1980s.
But you can't...
And I fell in the sewer. And I had to go home. And I was Dr. Day's paper because I went to home.
Well,
That's what kind of Tories you're dealing with, man.
I was paid 10 pence an hour for mucking the pigs out on my dad's farm.
Oh, well, that's your father to blame for that, not the government.
And I used to fall in the pig muck all the time.
Well, that was your father that paid you £10 an hour, not the government.
And he was a Liberal supporter.
Oh, well, there you go then. But at the end of the day, mate, I am absolutely fed up with these Tories that are saying, oh, we do good for this country. You do. Thatcher was the most evilest woman in the world, man. And she always will be up in the northeast.
She's my absolute heroine of all time, Sean.
Heroin?
Yep.
I think you're on heroin. Right, I'll see you later.
See you later. Sean, thank you very much. Sean is now my favourite caller of all time on LBC, and I want him to call in more regularly.